straightening, yeah, straightening.
Back. Get ready for work, but real quick, like, this is how I refresh anything that needs to be refreshed. I just go through and I pick what needs to be or what really needs the most help. I still leave some of the stuff straight. Like, I probably would have recurled this one, but you don't want it to be too perfect. So yeah, like this right here, I probably could have done. I'll probably do that tonight. But yeah, I just take and I dabble a little of my concoction right here. This has gel, water, and stuff for curly hair in there. I just take a little. Mainly you want to saturate most of the end more than anything, and like really just get it, emulsify it through and roll it. That way for the next day it's ready to go. So that's my little curl, and then I can break it apart, whatever I want to do with her. And we don't need her to be perfect because voila. So yeah, let me get going. Baby, Stoop Dog took one look at my shoes and I snatched these hoes right on up and put them back in the motherfucking box. Like, no sir, we not trying to fight our dog tonight over these shoes. I love these shoes. These are like my Timberlands without being Timberland shoes. Like, baby, no. But yes, I snatched them hoes up so fast. And there he go. There he go. And look at him. About to get comfortable. About to get real comfortable. I'm doing something different tonight. Making me some onion wings. And if I'm being for true, if I don't get turkey for Thanksgiving, honestly, I'm probably gonna cook me some wings. Like, I haven't done oven wings in so long, and like my oven wings go so fucking hard because I get these hoes crispy, but it takes a minute for it to cook. But yes, I make some crispy ass wings. So I don't know, if I can't find the turkey pieces that I want, I might just make me some wings. And hopefully around that time it may be like a little cheaper too, because like who's really trying to find some wings? So yeah, I may make me some wings for Thanksgiving. I don't know, but yeah, tonight we're gonna make us some wings. See how these joints turned out? And then we're gonna make them some wang. So I got it's predominantly, I wanted orange chicken sauce. That is what I was on the prowl for, and I'm mad, but that's okay because I already figured out what I could do with this sauce. So it ain't that big of a deal, but it is a big of a deal where I want my orange chicken sauce. But yeah, anyways, but yes, even for this, I would add my orange chicken sauce. So yes, it's important. But this is Panda Express teriyaki sauce, and then I added Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce. And then I added a drop of honey, and then a drop of Buffalo Wild Wings habanero, something spicy to add a little kick to it. So yeah, this is gonna be my sauce. And then I get these fried, I get these from H-E-B, fried rice. So I'm gonna have it with fried rice. I'm not giving you no treat. Ain't nothing for you. Not yet. You're not getting nothing. Oh, you pretty. But anyway, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm probably gonna cook me some broccoli to go in it, so I can get more vegetable in. And that's gonna be dinner for probably the next, I'm gonna say 3 days, and then I have 3 days worth of wings, and then as well, I'm gonna go back and give me another bag of these because I can do my own Genghis grill. I got that turkey sausage in there, and then I can actually cook my broccoli, my green bean. If I want to add some is it squash? I can go get a squash. So I say all that to say I can pretty much also go get another bag of this and make my own Genghis grill ball, and then I can sauce it up with this. So that's why I was like, I have other options to do. So it's not a complete waste, but I still want my orange sauce. So that's gonna be my 2 meal ideas for the week. Don't know if that's gonna happen because I still need to finish. I got enough for 1 more hot dog, and I gotta get that out the way. Like, I don't want it, so I need to eat it now, so I can just hurry up and get it over with. So that's probably gonna be lunch tomorrow. Hopefully I remember that. So yeah, I really don't know what to eat at this point, but I do know I'm gonna start prepping for Thanksgiving. So in the long run, this works out for me. I don't know if I'm going to actually eat the potluck at work, but if there's a potluck at work, I'm going to make macaroni and give them half macaroni, and then I have the rest for myself for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be working on that one of these days because I just want to get that over and done with. Even for them, easily go get like the little pot, freeze it, and then on the day of or whenever, put it in the oven and bam. So yeah. No idea why this was on my heart to record, but I woke up. It's Monday, my off day. I'm gonna be as lazy as possible. I take my time. Like, it's 11. I've yet to take him, and my boy has yet to harass me. Okay, like, that's what Mondays are for. So I stumbled upon, like, I don't really go on Facebook, but I hate seeing numbers, so I just like to clear that shit. That's the OCD part of me. So I go on there just to literally clear those numbers off. I'll glance to see if it's anything important, anybody I physically know that said something to me, so I can make sure I respond. But other than that, I go on there, check those, scroll a little. So I stumbled upon an article about Beyonce. Hey, dude, like, seriously, this is what you always do. No, go away. Go. You got all that stuff you want to tear up, and you going for that little bitty ass, my bad, little bitty piece. No, you better not go in that trash can. All your stuff is over there. Stop. You always do this. Stop. Anyways, I'm trying to get this story out so I can take you on your walk. So you prolonging it at this moment. And he always do this. Every time I want to compliment him, he always want to do something. But anyways, so I stumbled upon this article about people who are feuding with Beyonce. And literally, I wanted to go down and I wanted to it's A. Marie. Like I wanted to see like really like why A. Marie got canceled for that, because A. Marie was like a good artist. She had a good voice, but 100% A. Marie's career would have always been where it's at, whether that was a diss line or not. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth. Like, her career was meant to be exactly where it was at, whether you said that or not. So, just in reading that whole list, like, every person who even had a problem with her at the end of the day was just projecting, literally just projecting, like projecting. And clear as day, Beyonce does not care because she knows this. Like, people who have dealt with people like that, like, at the end of the day, like, we know what your issue is because you let me know what your issue is. And you projecting without you realizing you projecting. So, yeah, that's why I stay quiet and I don't talk to nobody, because if you sit back and you really listen and hear about what people are saying, like literally, they snitch on themselves. So that's all it was people projecting. And it's like the one that sticks out to me is a Carlos Santana, because he said she can't sing, and at the end of the day I love Carlos Santana, but you can't sing either, bro. So it's like that's where your problem is. Like someone who, because like, yes, Beyonce can't sing, but for her voice, she can sing because she's a huge Houston girl. Like, that is truly like third ward Houston talk. Swang and bang, screwed and chop, like that's that Houston, like the map part of Houston that Beyonce is. That's her voice. Cause like listen to Megan Thee Stallion's voice. Like compare the two. That's that true Houston TSU third ward language that we grew up on. So it's like you're choosing to pick her roots to be your issue. And yeah, it doesn't go like that because like Beyonce has a man voice. Like she has a deep man voice. And that's just like Toni Braxton's voice. Toni Braxton has a deep man voice. Both Toni Braxton and Beyonce have those deep voices, but they have these high notes that they can hit. And when I tell you they can hit them very fucking well. So it's like, you got a problem with Beyonce, then you got a problem with Toni Braxton. Because Toni Braxton most definitely, if she would have had the right people behind her back then, oh, she would be on Mariah Carey level, where literally all she got to do is wait for November 1st. Literally. It's Mariah Carey season. Same thing. That's the only difference. But Toni Braxton would have always been sick. So that's why I'm like, regardless, Beyonce was always meant to surpass like these people that she grew up on, but these weren't even the type of songs that she was singing back then. So it's like not even her influence type of thing. But yeah, and I say all that to say, like, sit back and like really listen to people, see how people treat you, see the words that people kind of like point out, like just see that shit, because it opens your eyes. It really does open your eyes to a lot of things. And versus you fighting, like, why would you not want to prove them wrong? Like, baby, you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody, but at the end of the day, don't you want to see that, like, that jaw drop? Like, don't you want to see that shock? Don't you want to see that, like, my God, this nigga was in line? Like, wouldn't you want that energy versus, like, even just giving into the hate? Like, that's me. Like, literally, I just sit back and I watch. And the thing about it is, like, a lot of times when you just sit back and watch, you sit back and you watch a lot of people's karma unfold. That is a fact. Like, karma just be like, bam, 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 bam. And then eventually it's the big, big, big bam. And it's like God does that big bam right when he does that big bam to see like what's your mind like. And like at the end of the day, like you're gonna be like, wow, that's that karma. Like literally, the first thing that you think of, you're like, wow, that's that karma. And it's like, but God bless. And like if you can do that, like baby, do you know how big that is? Because like when you're around that person, they day and your day with them starts to connect a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like you start like flashback into where you just so used to her being dirty to you when she's actually like crying on the inside. And it's like I saw it, but it's like, baby, there's nothing I can do for you. Like you, when people who hate me for no reason, like the thing about it is like you start off so beautiful to me and then slowly you're just ugly and I just see you for who you are. So that's the type of mentality that Beyonce has that a lot of y'all don't understand. It's like, why feed into it? Especially when she can feed into it if she wants to in her music and leave it at that, because like that's her outlet for releasing her pain, her hurt, whatever it is, whether it's real life or not real life. But you got to go through this real life shit to tackle that greatness that you got in you. Because whether you're happily married or not, like you still got to keep that momentum and you still got to make sure you let people know, like, real or not real, da 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 da. Plain and freaking simple. So, yes, let them hate. Like, feed off the hate. Like, do you not know a beast feeds off the hate? Okay, if they not hating you, like, come on now, tie two and two together and realize that if they not hating you, then you clearly are on the right path. A lot of people will do what they got to do to make sure that you do not succeed faster than them. But a lot of people, and you, I'm about to backtrack, because like, and then you need to look at this person, and you need to look at this person and be like, where your life is at and where their life may be at. Because 9 times out of motherfucking 10, everybody who spews they hate on me and stuff like that, that's what I do. I look to see where I'm at. I look at your age and I'm like, baby, even me at the bottom, I'm still on top. Like, you have a long way to go before you realize, like, these people are playing you. Like, thing about me is, I know when I'm being played. But at the end of the day, where I'm being played at, it's something that I don't mind doing, because at the end of the day, this is something I'm doing for my own health or my own safety. Like, I don't mind this, like, I don't mind the scut work. Like, I've been doing the scut work my whole life. So people who have been doing the scut work their whole life, and when they finally get their front and center, like, bitch, you can't take it away. Ain't nothing you gonna do to fuck up my day. Like, none of that. So, yes. Enjoy your life. Do you. And literally smile every time you realize somebody projecting. Like, and you can do it to yourself. Because that's what I do. Like, when I realize that shit, like, I'll wait until I get home and I release that shit. Like, that's the whole purpose, is, like, you got to make sure you release that stuff. So, like, yes, like, when you see somebody's karma, like, even when I got in the car, like, I was like, man, karma. But I wasn't like gloating or anything like that, but it was like, wow, like, just to see, like, what I like, because it's like, I don't even want to say, but it's like, where did this thing come from for this to even happen? Like, literally freak accident type of stuff. So yes, but that's crazy, because that lets me know what the weather is gonna be like Oh, wow. And I just realized why the wind has been so freaking crazy. Wow, that's crazy. So, yeah, I just had a little scientific moment, nerd moment about like how the Houston weather has been lately, and I just like put two and two together. But I think it's gonna be some more rain coming because I've had two dreams about flooded waters, and yeah, that's the only reason why I feel like there's more rain coming. And then also, I know it's gonna get cold, so yeah, like I'm just putting so much together just that quick on like that freak accident that happened to my karma. So, yes, choose yourself and then watch how your blessings just keep coming more and more and more. And it's like my vision board, like I am so happy I finally put it up some way where it will stay up, because like whenever I'm having a thought or whatever, like I always zone in on it, and I always zone in on the Chloe Bailey. And I love that because I purposely covered her up, because it's like if this ain't meant to be, but it's just meant to be, like how like I like what she does is making her happy type of thing. Like deep down inside, like she just represents something that's me, and I haven't figured it out yet. But 100% I do know, like I just love that she does not care what nobody says, and whether you love her body, hate her body, she just does not give a fuck. And it's not even in no get a girl way. It's in her like I'm not doing it for you, sweet. Like not changing her character, nothing. And that's me, but I just don't know if I like to be naked or not. Like I like being naked at home, but I just don't know if I want to show my body out to people. You know what I mean? Because it's like I know it's great, I know it looks good, but once I figure out how to dress this hoe, it's like, do I really want to deal with that type of energy type of thing? Like, that's my battle I always have with myself. But mind you, this, 9 times out of 10, if it's something I want to do, I'm going to do it. Like, and I'm okay. Like, the very first thing I think about is, at the end of the night, if some shit pop off, are you okay with you being the reason why that this person decides? Like literally, that's always my thought. And I'm like, yeah, you want to know why? Because I tell every one of my friends to literally, this is your night to wear what the fuck you want to wear. Like literally, that's what I tell my friends. I tell my friends like, this is fancy, this is da 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 da, to let them know like this is how I plan to dress. So if you want to be with this bandwagon and just be free for this one night, like, bitch, be free. Like, that's ultimately like how I be like, bitch, I'm ready. Because I know at the end of the day, if you're gonna be hating on me, you're gonna be hating on the rest of them, because you're gonna be like, damn, wait, but she look good, but then wait, hold on, she look like, literally, you're gonna go down the line, and it don't matter, all shapes and motherfucking sizes of all of my motherfucking friends. Like when we step out, we fucking step out to the point where like every bitch in the house is gonna have to be like, damn, they all look fucking good. Like, it's gonna be somebody who's going to be able to relate to one of my friends and be like, ooh, she can wear that like that, I can wear that like that. And plain and motherfucking simple, that is always my answer. So I say all that to say, like, I'm not worried about that, but it's more so being comfortable within myself like that. So that's what she represents, and I guess I just need to talk that out, because the only reason why I sat down to only reason why I sat down to even speak all of this is because I zoned in on her, and I was like, I have to speak on it. So there we go. I just figured out just that fast how she represents me. So then it's like, I don't have to worry about nothing. I just got to put in that mind mentality of what I just said for how I analyze. Like, do I want to deal with that hate or not? Because I got my backup. Like, you gonna hate on me, you gonna hate on us all type of thing. So, yes. And just like that, like, if you think about vlogging, like, literally, there you go. Because it's going to be somebody who's going to be able to relate to your assessments. So, although I feel like my videos may be a little bit boring with all the talking, I do feel like therapy-wise, like, this may be something that will help somebody, because I've always known, like, if you're going to pick up the camera to record yourself, like, you gotta pick up the camera to be a role model. And I want to be a role model to, like I said, little girls and teens. Like, you adults, y'all can have that shit. Like, I will faithfully dumb myself down and still be myself with my babies and with my teenagers. Like, I can do that shit. So yeah. So I'm going to try to see if I can read this book, but I went to go take this off because this annoys me clearly. And baby, I don't know how old I was. Let me see. How old is this book? Man, 2000. Damn. I can never remember where to find the year. 2005. So, yeah, I've had this probably about 2006 probably. And I was just graduating high school, so yes. And I know I got this idea because I was checking out all of my books from the library, and I know I got this from the library. And I don't know when I slacked off on doing that, but I'm like, wow. I was smart enough to do something, but stupid enough to stop. But whatever. I just, like, couldn't believe how smart I was sometimes. And honestly, reopening old books, I'm just, like, so flabbergastic on, like, where did I lose myself type of thing. So yeah, it's my first time parallel parking, and I did such a good job. All right, so I just I just did my one order for today, and I want to talk about this black lady. Like, the one thing I have to admire the best about black women is when we see each other working, when we see each other hustling, like, we really do, like, it's like a certain, like, respect thing that we have for each other. So, like, this black lady, she sees me, she asks questions, and I took the opportunity to ask my own questions. And I'm like, okay, so how long did it take for you to see a profit? And she was like, now. And she told me how a dude was like, just wait, you know, especially towards the holidays, which that's the only reason why I personally just waited. And then I asked her the, like, most important question of it all is, like, how many jobs a day do you do? Now, she's like 3, but she confirmed what I meant when I said you gotta have the right timing. But she did say she's happy with just doing 1 job a day. So, confirmation. I'm about to drive before I kill myself. Bye. Got these glasses from the dollar store yesterday. I want to see what I look like on camera with them on. I don't know if I like them or not. So, I'll see once I edit this vlog. So, I just met the actress Robin Givens. She came to the drive-by today, and we had a good-ass conversation. She was so nice, so freaking sweet. And I did not take any pictures or get any hair videos, just for the strength where, like, I want to get that client retention going in. But 100%, like, I met Robin Givens today, and maybe, like, what day was that? So Saturday, Friday night, I actually had a dream of my grandfather, and when I searched it, what it means, it meant that I was gonna meet a celebrity. So, baby, my dreams told me this was gonna happen. So yes, I'm just happy. Like, and I gave her my card. Like, that in itself, like, and I gave it to her before I gave it to her after I asked her if she was who I thought she was. Like, I was professional, treating her like every other person, just in case she wasn't who she was. But yes, she has my card. She loved how I did her hair. Great person to me personally. And yeah, my baby, for my dreams to become reality. Like, I'm excited about that. Yeah. So, I want to iterate, however you say that word, what I was saying earlier about Miss Robin Givens. So, I am still just like flabbergasted. Like, even when I saw Chris Brown and Rihanna in Target one time, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I was just that close to like two people who I actually like. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, for me, meeting Miss Robin Givens is like, literally, she's a legend in my community. Like, in the 90s, as a kid, like, I grew up seeing her, you know, and growing up and be like, you know, this is a beautiful woman, and then to see her in person and her whole demeanor, her whole attitude wasn't like celebrity like ish. It was just like incognito, but very just like nice, sweet. Like, even she was the one who was making conversation. Like, she was the one making more of an effort to have a conversation. And like, the whole time I was doing her hair, like, in the back of my head, I was like, is this Robin Givens? I think this is Robin Givens. Like, regardless, when I do your hair, I'm always going to be on point with this. But 100%, like, if this is who I think it is, we going to make sure that she remembers, like, this girl can do her hair. And like, sure enough, like, she said it straight out her mouth. Like, now she knows, like, she can go to hot yoga, come here, and know that she has somebody in Houston that can do her hair. And like, that's like the biggest compliment. And I want to speak on it just like one last time, for the simple matter of fact, like, when it comes to my cosmetology career, like, literally, if I never do any other celebrity in my life, like, literally, that's a goal checked off my list. Like, I can literally like check off doing a celebrity's hair on my goals list and spit it out, be happy with the rest of my life. No, I'm just telling you to spit it out. That's it. You know you're not supposed to eat it. So, yes, and then it's like, just last night, get out the bag. It's, even though you got some, you gotta wait. But, it's just so crazy how, like, just last night, I watched Boomerang, and then, bam, here's one of the characters from the movie. And the reason why I'm reason why I'm about to use this analogy is for the simple matter of fact, on Saturday night after work, I watched Waiting to Exhale. And then Sunday, not just one, but two women, married women, came in the salon to get their hair done. And both of them were in a I need to exhale moment. So like, the first lady I had, like, she was talking about how like her husband sprung an event on her last night, and it's like, you know, she want to get her hair done, she want to look cute, she want to look decent, she want to look like this, she don't want to look like, you know, just the help. And like, my whole energy from her talking about just like her life in general, like her whole life is just her children, she ain't got nothing to do for herself. And then here you have your ungrateful ass husband telling you to just do your hair yourself type of thing. So like, I'm happy she stood up for herself, and she was just like, no, I'm gonna go get my hair done. Like, these your kids too, your ass ain't going golfing. Watch these damn kids while I go get my hair done. Like, I want to look pretty, I want to look together. And the thing about it is, the lady was very pretty, just naturally, like, naturally just young looking at that as well. So it's like, I saw where she was coming from, but at the same time, like, baby, your husband just don't know. He has a 10 on his hands, and if he doesn't appreciate that 10, then you need to get the stepping so the man who knows that you are a 10 can appreciate you. So that was the one way in the exhale moment where, like, the husband literally just treated her like she's just the help. Like, nigga, she not just the help. Like, this is your wife. You should want your wife to go into these rooms and represent you in a wifely way, not like, you know, this is the help and like this is what she threw together. Like your wife shouldn't have to do that. And then my second lady who had her waiting to exhale moment was actually a lady who was getting a divorce. And like totally, I mentioned the movie to her and I was like, have you seen this movie? And I was like, yeah, this is your exhale moment. And so only thing I suggested her to do is like, you know, those little rooms where you can like just destroy shit. I was like, yes, you need to wait into exhale moment and this is what you should do. And so I hope she does do that because like I feel like it would just make her feel better. So like that's the only reason why I'm like, God, like, you know, what is going on? Like here I see this movie and then here biggest day, here God comes and just like boom, there you go, there you go. So like that's what I'm more happy about, for the simple matter of fact is that I can literally just like check off my list like celebrity, I've done the celebrity's hair. So and not even that, I made sure I gave her my card because baby, why would I not? And like I made sure I gave her my card before I asked her who she was. That way she knows like professionally like this is what I do. But as someone who's seen you growing up, like, are you really her? And she really was her. So yes, I just cannot believe, and I just had to come back on the camera and just like really express that how I wanted to in my own comfort space. No, in my own comfort space. So I'm about to go because he's looking for this meat and he just don't know. He gonna get these shrimps. I can show you anyways. So one of the girls' boyfriend does Uber Eats, one of those places, and yeah, somebody basically did not get their food, and so I got dinner. So I got this big ass tortilla. I wrapped it up at work. I got this big ass tortilla. Ooh, that was like the best thing to do too. It's nice and soft now. So I got the big ass tortilla. So I'm gonna cut up this chicken and beef, and I'm gonna give him the shrimp because I'm not a shrimp girl. And then I'm just gonna put the rice, cheese, queso, and these refried beans. And then not even that, these containers are very useful to me as well. So I ain't got to cook dinner and you got some free meat. So yeah, I'm about to get started on that. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. RIP to Takeoff. Like it's been about a week since he died, and I really wanted to make sure I like verbally put on my vlog RIP Takeoff because it's very sad that he lost his life in the way that he lost his life. And for some reason I just want to do a tribute. So if you haven't noticed by now, I've already made my tribute, but if you made it to this, like, yes, this was just me procrastinating on saying RIP verbally. So by the time I edit the vlogs before this and even this, I want to kind of like just have a little dedicated little RIP to him because like I wasn't a big Migos fans, but most definitely I was a Migos fans. Like 100%, I put Migos on at work, and when I tell you, like at the right time, the beat will drop, and like instantly, I'm in hustling mentality. I'm in hustler mode, and like I am like just whipping this blow dry. So yes, most definitely Migos. When I'm working, it puts me in the hustle move. It puts me in the hustle mentality. It's just a whole vibe for me. So, and I've always been intrigued by him. Not intrigued by like I'm a looks girl. Like none of the Migos I'm attracted to. And I wanted to be attracted to Takeoff so bad because of his dreads. But yeah, like I'm not crazy like that. But 100% like it's just always been something about his personality that I'm like, he's just so just chill. So it's like for someone who has a personality like me to lose their life over something that didn't have to do with you, like it's really like I want to make sure that, like, if I die in the way that he died, I want to have this type of response from people where everybody comes together and be like, we got to find her killer. Like, she's such a great person. Like, she doesn't do nothing to nobody. She stays to herself. She tries to stay positive all the time. Like, that's who I want to be when I pass. God forbid I don't die until I'm 112 years old. But I do wonder if I die young, like, I know I'll be missed, but I want to be remembered. Like, that's who I want to be. And, like, because I feel like my personality is very chilled like his, like, I feel like he took that bullet for me. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but it's just like I've always just felt like I may die young, and I want to be remembered the way that people remember him. But at the same time, like, I do want to live to be old enough to be like an old hag. So for me, like, I took his death as a second chance of life, because I was like, well, then there is my person who died and got the love that I wanted for myself. So yeah, RIP Takeoff. I hope you get reincarnated into, like, something that you love. You can be free. Just, yeah, RIP. And I hope you guys enjoyed my little tribute by playing Migos music in my vlogs more. And then also, I hope you guys can take from his death to understand how important it is to not let the little stuff, like a stupid dice game, like, be the cause of the death of you. Like, granted, it had nothing to do with him, but at the end of the day, like, you as a person should want to be that positive role model, whether you're doing a dice game or not, to, like, not let it get that far. Like, that's one reason why I don't gamble, because a lot of people don't know how to be strong losers. Like, if you're gonna lose, take your loss like a man or woman and keep it moving. Like, that's the price you pay for gambling. So that's one reason why I don't gamble, because it's like, I don't got time for egos. Like, you're not about to be mad at me when I beat you fair and square, or you're not about to cheat me because you about to lose. Like, no, I don't do that shit. And I've never been big on, like, competition like that. Like, I compete with myself like ain't nobody's business. But when it comes to that, like, if you're gonna gamble 100%, you're supposed to gamble what you prepared to lose, not what you prepared not to lose. So yeah, I just hope it's just a life lesson for others out there, especially the younger generation. I know people were trying to make hip-hop like the cause of his death, and I'm sorry, he just died in an unfortunate way. Like, hip-hop ain't have shit to do with his death. I get where people say hip-hop is like the motivation for the violence, but 100%, like, hip-hop ain't the cause of his death. The cause of his death was a sore loser, plain and simple. A sore loser. That's all it was. And it's just sad that someone so young, like, that's where it hurt me the most. He was 28 years old. Like, he was, like, so close to 30. And it's like, if you know anything about most black men don't even make it past 25, better yet, make it to 30. And it's like, for him to be so close to 30, like, that's what broke my heart, because it's like 30 is like, for a black man, is like, that's a milestone. Like, being 30, being a black man, and surviving this life without dying or going to jail by the age 30, like, that's a blessing. Yes, some people do it on themselves, but a lot of times, like, you really don't have to do nothing and these niggas be fucking with you. So yes, like, baby, no. So yeah, I'm done rambling, because at this point I'm rambling, but I did want to make sure I said RIP Takeoff for the 100th time. So yeah, RIP Takeoff.
Straightening, yeah, straightening, yeah.